New demands for answers from the Obama administration. Congressman Darrell Issa and Jason Chaffetz writing a letter directly to Secretary of Defense Panetta. They want to know why the U.S. took so long to send help to Americans under attack in Benghazi. Congressman Chaffetz joins us. Good evening, sir.
Hi, Greta.
All right, so you wrote a letter. I'm curious if you expect to get an answer.
You know, I'm kind of getting tired of writing letters. My first letter went over to the administration on September 20th. We have written letter after letter. We've exercised as much patience as we can. It's now past the election. It's past Thanksgiving. It's time for the administration to step up and do what the president says they're doing, and that is being open and transparent, but they're not. We're not getting the answers.
All right. Why don't you just summon Secretary of Defense Panetta to a committee hearing?
Hey, we're getting right to the verge of that. I think Darrell Issa has been exceptionally patient. I think the Speaker has been patient. We want to bend over backwards to give him a chance. But we're getting to the point where we're going to have to start issuing subpoenas because it's obvious that they're not going to give us the answers that we deserve to have.
What's the justification for being patient? 4 Americans were murdered, and there have been stories that have been put out there that simply are not believable. The one being the video, which was not believable, and now the administration admits is not believable. It's now been almost 3 months since these 4 Americans were murdered. So I don't understand the patience just to get the straight answer.
I believe me, the last thing I want to do is go talk to Greta Van Susteren on Fox News and try to say why we're being more patient. It's beyond that at this point. We should have been demanding these answers right at the get-go. But the president would come on and speak to the nation and say, if there's new information, we provide it willingly to the Congress. That has not happened. The State Department actually had the gall to photocopy some pages from the Internet and present those to us as if they're new information. Thank goodness for those whistleblowers, because that's the bulk of the information that we have thus far.
Do you have access to these whistleblowers to be summoned to the Hill? I mean, there are some people who are witnesses who are on the ground that day and who are at the consulate and the annex. Do you know who they are, and are you considering trying to get their information?
Yes, I had some telephone conversations with somebody today, as a matter of fact. Now, the more difficult part are some of the people that are still serving overseas, and we're trying to get the full, complete picture as much as we possibly can. And remember, we're dealing in these different silos between the CIA, the State Department, the White House, the misinformation that's been put out there, and then we also have to, allow staff to go do the due diligence in some of these whistleblowers, make sure they're giving us the information that is proper. And so, believe me, we're working on this every day, and we will not let go of it, Greta.
The Congress has oversight over the CIA. Are you satisfied? I realize that this is classified information, but is the committee that does oversight for the CIA satisfied that they have the straight story as to what the CIA was doing in Benghazi?
I think Mike Rogers there, the chairman of the Intel Committee, has done a fabulous job. I think he's pushing them. There is a lot of information that has not been released to the public. You can understand where some of that information needs to be kept so that lives aren't lost, good people that are helping us or Americans that are doing good jobs there. But remember, we're trying to also look at what happened to the run-up, what happened during the Department of Defense when they come to the aid, which appears they didn't, and then what happened with all of these the deceit that happened afterwards and trying to mislead the world as we moved forward. So it's a very complex problem, but you can see how news story after news story, we have been revealing more information, and I think that's due to our investigation.
Congressman, thank you, sir.
Thanks, Greta.
Straight ahead, Senator Rand